Liverpool are dominating the Premier League, 7 points clear at the top of the table. Huge win against Leicester City from a losing position. An early IU goal made things a little bit tricky for Arne Slot. And if you look at the title race, it's getting very, very interesting. Chelsea, they have to beat Fulham at home. I'm sorry. They have to beat Fulham from a winning position if they want to win the Premier League this season. And they go on and lose. So they lose even more ground. Arsenal, Man City look a million miles away from it as well, in my honest opinion. Who is it? Nottingham Forest? Are they in a title race with Liverpool? I mean, obviously not. Let's be completely real. So this Liverpool side, it was a massive, massive win for them. They're dominating the Premier League on current form. They're bullying sides. And I know it's Leicester City, with all due respect. They're in a relegation battle. But Leicester City put up a big performance. We're going to talk about all the goals and where it leaves Liverpool going into the new year as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate that. The goal from Leicester City was absolutely superb. Leicester City find themselves in a load of space on the left-hand side about 5 minutes into the game, so super, super early. It's almost their first attack of the entire game. Mavididi did unbelievably well on the left. He gets the ball fired across the face of the box, and Jordan Ayew takes an unbelievable touch. I don't know what Virgil van Dijk's doing. I think he's got to be a little bit tighter. But he rolls the defender, and it's a beautiful near-post finish past Alisson. I think Gravenberch should be a little bit closer, but I'm not sure why he's in that right-back position to begin with. So it does illuminate the idea. And Robinson got a lot of joy from Fulham as well when Fulham went there a couple of weeks ago. It does illuminate the idea that you can get at the Liverpool right-hand side of their back line. And Leicester City made things very, very difficult in the first few minutes for Liverpool, no question about it. Now, obviously, we're never in doubt about the ability for Liverpool to get back into the game. All I'm saying is that right-hand side of the defence for Liverpool can be got at a little bit. A little bit. I think we've seen it from two sides in the last few weeks. And it's just interesting to see if Arne Slot changed anything going into that into future games. Because the interesting thing for Liverpool in this game is that there was a bit of rotation. So Bosley, Luis Diaz. And it just never feels like there's a drop-off in quality. It never feels like these players have got the hump for not playing. The forward three realise what's happening now. Diaz knows he's the main man alongside Salah, in my honest opinion. But I think there's this rotation between Gakpo, between Nunes, between Jota when he comes back. They all realise now that if they're lucky to play, if they play, they're probably going to get an assist from Mohamed Salah. And he created the Curtis Jones goal as well, the assist for the assist. And obviously got a goal today as well. He's involved basically every single week, guaranteed to get a goal. And I think it helps the front three because they know that whatever they do, whatever kind of performance they put in, they're getting something from the best player in the world on the right-hand side. And it does help them massively. Obviously, you're in a lucky position when you've got someone like Salah alongside you as well. Cody Gakpo, I thought was absolutely fantastic today. And sometimes you forget about the lesser players when you're talking about Salah, Trent, Van Dijk. A lot of media scrutiny, a lot of fan scrutiny on social media for obvious reasons for what they've achieved. But Gakpo arrived with a lot of heat from the Dutch league a couple of years ago to Liverpool. Wasn't quite working last season. Rumours of him potentially leaving as well in the summer. He's almost made that position his own, just coming in off the left-hand side. I know Diaz is sometimes playing down the middle and it's a bit of rotation. But when Gakpo plays off the left, his ability to cut in is getting better and better. And it balances out Salah massively as well. His ability to whip balls into the far post for Salah nearly opened the scoring for Liverpool as well with a big chance. With some good defending from the Leicester City centre-back Vestergaard that stopped Salah scoring a tap-in. But Gakpo can run a game from that side. He hasn't got the best pace in the world, but he's so tricky. He's got so much elegance. He floats with the football. And he beats James Justin, which is not easy to do. James Justin, very athletic, very pacey fullback, got a lot of power, and he's a very good defender, James Justin, on his day. Completely bullies him, and Cody Gakpo gets some space, bends it in. It looked inevitable as soon as he hit the ball. It was a perfect strike. Gets Liverpool back into the game right at the end of the second half. But you have to say, Leicester City, they're holding on to things. They've got a relatively average side for all the sides around them in the relegation area. They've got a really average side on their day, with all due respect to a lot of the players playing. But as soon as they scored from Ayew, they sat too far deep. It's not easy against Anfield. It's not easy against Liverpool, of course not. But they were far too deep. And Cody had a good game today as well. It says a lot. When he's having a good game, it usually means he's clearing things off the line and putting a foot in, the last foot before stopping a goal. And it felt, after the Cody Gakpo strike second half, it felt like Liverpool could have gone on for 2, 3, 4. Let's talk about the second and third goals for Liverpool in the second half. Curtis Jones makes it 2-1 very, very early into the second half. It's a beautiful little ball from Salah into McAllister, I think it is, who fires it across the face of the box. And yeah, that's it. I mean, Curtis Jones has been absolutely electric this season. And I think he pops up with big goals. I think you can see him scoring more of those kind of goals, arriving in the box. He's got the legs, the athleticism to be doing that. I thought he had a very, very good game today as well. Mohamed Salah gets his customary goal. Is there any point talking about it? Of course he gets the ball on the edge of the box. Of course he's running at full pace. Of course he strokes it into the bottom corner. It's absolutely outrageous on so many levels yet again. And we'll never talk about it, will we? Because it's Leicester City and it happens every week for Liverpool. And that says how good he is, because we should be talking about it with far more scrutiny. How is a guy doing this every single week with the weight of the contract? I listened to his post-match interview talking about the Premier League title, low murmurings of what could potentially be for Liverpool. And I think these players are beginning to realise now, you get into January and suddenly it's just a downward slope towards May, just grinding out result after result. And it felt like that today. I felt like that against Fulham, actually. The way I saw Liverpool press and harry and be aggressive towards Fulham with 10 men suggested to me they know exactly what the opportunity is, and that is to win their first Premier League title with fans in the stadium. I think it matters to them. I'm not trying to wind anyone up saying that, but COVID will always have an asterisk next to it. They didn't have the Premier League title wrapped up, mathematically speaking. They hadn't won the Premier League title until COVID came along, and I think completely ruined the vibe. And this Leicester City result completely validates this idea that Liverpool are doing it for the fans. The atmosphere, from what I could see, was electric under the fog. A couple of moments completely ruined that atmosphere for me. Completely destroyed the atmosphere. And that is VAR. The slow creep of VAR coming back into football and ruining it. I feel like it's been a couple of weeks where I hadn't really thought about it. Maybe it's getting better, or maybe I'm just numbing the pain to how redundant and pathetic it is in the grand scheme of the football world. But ultimately, one of the checks was 3 minutes 45. Do you know how long that is? Sit there now. If I left this video running for 3 minutes 45, you'd unsubscribe, dislike the video, and you wouldn't be interested ever again to watch any of my content. 3 minutes 45 is so long to just do nothing, to have no interaction in the stadium. Absolutely disgusting. And it happened twice. We're talking 7 or 8 minutes of unsolicited, unneeded VAR decisions that don't really align with on-field decisions. We don't know if the linesmen have got power anymore. What's the point? And you're not hearing anything. But the one of the checks, it's a second check that's 3 minutes 45. It completely kills the vibe of football. It isn't football. It's completely outrageous, and I can't believe you have to sit there in a stand. It's Boxing Day, and you're freezing, and you kind of want to go home. You're there. You want to watch any side, but taking it 3 minutes at a time, 4 minutes at a time. People have got places to be. Football's entertainment is quick. It's meant to be lightning speed. And as soon as the players started kicking the ball around again, you could tell they dropped off by 5-10% in terms of energy. Naturally so, it's freezing out there. VAR is a disgrace to modern football on every level. And if you support it, please never watch any of my content ever again. Just interesting, Liverpool have got a corner routine that looks very similar to Arsenal's. And you've got to say, fair play. Why do Arsenal have exclusivity over corner routines? Didn't quite work today for any particular reason. But you can see Liverpool and loads of other sides copying it, and suddenly it doesn't become as useful. So Arsenal have got potentially no Saka, no corner routine that's exclusive to them anymore. They're going to have to actually come up with some open play goals, potentially. But all in all, Liverpool look very, very strong. And sometimes you don't want to score early against Liverpool or any big side. If you're Leicester City, it's almost better to be 0-0 going into the 75th minute and gamble that way. You can't predict it. You can't kind of wish for one thing over the other. Going 1-0 up in any football match early is obviously amazing, but you just felt as soon as they saw that goal, they just clicked into another gear. Very similar to the going down to 10 men for Fulham as well. So I think Liverpool, once they realised they could lose a game and maybe take them away from their objective of winning the title this season, they click into a gear that Man City don't have, that Arsenal don't have, that Man United, Spurs, all the big six that aren't anywhere near the big six at the moment, currently don't have, in my opinion, including Chelsea, who were so poor today in the final 20 minutes, in my honest opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Forest come up in the middle of January. Is that a title decider? Manchester United, that game feels closer to a Leicester City performance or a Fulham result for Liverpool, when it should be a title decider with the money that Man United have spent. And ultimately, Liverpool are going to just keep winning, aren't they? Like, these are the facts. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you very much. If you made it this far, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you very, very soon.